How's it going, everybody? Ecom Tom here with another video coming at you guys. And in this video, I want to talk about the top 3 business models or structures that I want to be doubling down on or starting in 2021. So in 2020, there was a lot of changes towards the end of the year. Facebook Marketplace dropshipping became very big. It was something that I started talking about a lot starting in about September or October of this year. But for the majority of the year, it was really the same thing. eBay wholesale dropshipping, Amazon dropshipping. And in 2021, I want to keep all of those business models and also move into some newer and or just better versions of what I've been doing in the past. So that's what we're going to be talking about in this video. So please be sure to smash that like button if you haven't already. And if you haven't, also subscribe to this channel. I put out new videos like this every single week. So in this video, put together a PowerPoint presentation for you all where I will be talking about 3 new business models or ways of doing the business models that I've already done before and that I want to be really doubling down on or going more in depth or starting in 2021. I put together a little PowerPoint as the business models that I do want to do and the reasons as to why I think they are going to become very popular in 2021. If you just got into e-commerce recently within the last 6 months to a year, then you might not realize that every single year or year and a half, 2 years, things come in and out of popularity. Some things are more popular than others, or just new marketplaces emerge or new business opportunities emerge. You always want to stay on top of what is working and also, look for new things in the future. And that's what I'll be talking about in this video. So hopefully you like it. I'll see you inside my computer. Thank you. All right, so here we are inside of my computer, and number 1, without a doubt, is going to be an automated version of Facebook Marketplace dropshipping. So right now, Facebook Marketplace dropshipping has really been hot since like September, October of this year. We put out a training on it. Our students are absolutely killing it. We had some students making hundreds and hundreds of dollars a day. One student say he made $22,000 in profit in 1 month recently. It's a very hot marketplace, but one thing about it is it's not very automated. It's not like there's auto ordering, which isn't really necessary, but there's not as much auto repricing and auto stock and inventory, and it's a very primitive all-around platform in general at the moment. But one thing that Facebook Marketplace already has announced is that they are doing a marketplace for business, and that is going to connect into some form of a other program like Shopify, Ecommerce, or another type of program that's going to be pretty much an item hosting service for you. So at that point in time, it's going to allow for a lot smoother of an auto inventory and an auto stock just option out there, whether it's you using SKU Grid or some form of a wholesale dropshipping supplier or anything, one of those services out there. You can put them onto Shopify. SKU Grid goes onto Shopify. Inventory Source goes onto Shopify. Connect your Shopify to your Facebook store or your Facebook shop, and at that point in time, then hopefully it can go onto Marketplace. It's in like a beta form right now. I know that there's people out there. You've probably seen some stores or people selling on Facebook Marketplace that are selling from their business page. Although it's not very common, it is something that people are doing. It's beta at the moment. You have to be invited into getting into it. So that's one thing that I think is going to really take off. I think it's going to happen at some point in time early in 2021, and it's really something I want to double, triple down on, because if Facebook Marketplace dropshipping is getting the high profit margins that it already is, then making it even more automated and even more streamlined is going to just absolutely take off for not only myself, but also my students when I add it into the training. So like I said right here, I didn't really go over the bullet points, but connect your Facebook shop to Marketplace can be done through Shopify, Ecommerce, Channel Advisor, other things like that. Allows for a more streamlined store, full automation and control. If you're doing like an inventory source type thing, you can even do like auto ordering. And then many extra features, like I said, you can have shipping and handling profiles, you can have tax profiles. It's pretty much the same exact settings that you would have on like an eBay or an Amazon when you're setting up your shop. So it's much more legitimate, other than, with Facebook Marketplace right now, you pretty much just add your items. That's it. There's really no setup, your bank account, and eventually they'll ask for your social security number. That's pretty much it. But there is obviously a lot more with ability, return profiles or shipping and handling profiles. There's a lot more out there, and it's definitely going to be something that happens to Facebook. I can guarantee you that. It is happening, and it's going to be something that I really want to double down on, like I said, in the future moving forward. So right now, Facebook Marketplace still has extremely low competition. I think people are they're just probably unaware of the fact that there's a shipping option, and they maybe know about the Facebook shops, but they don't really know that Facebook Marketplace is going to be connected into the Facebook shops in some way, shape, or form in the future. And I really do think that you're going to be getting massive margins coming pretty much all the way throughout 2021. I don't think that there's going to be anywhere close to the amount of people drop shipping or selling like we do or like I teach, on Facebook Marketplace, there's going to be nowhere close to as many people as there are on like eBay or Amazon doing the same thing. Even moving forward in the next year, either they don't trust it or they haven't built out their system or they don't feel comfortable doing it. I don't think a lot of the big people are going to move over to it. I've seen some, but I don't think it's going to hit anywhere close to a point of saturation in 2021 whatsoever. So you're still going to be getting the 30, 50% profit margins. It's going to be wild. I can guarantee you that. If we have had students hitting $5, $10, $15, even $20,000 profit a month, I mean, we're gonna have students hitting higher than that, which is gonna be wild, or just more students hitting more of the same numbers. We've had students hitting hundreds of dollars in profit their first day or two, and it's only gonna get better with an automated service like this. One thing about it is that it's a new platform, which could mean issues, but if you are the person that wants to actually figure out the issues or work with Facebook as it's working through its like beginner phase kinks of its just platform in general, we've seen a lot of this already. Some people having some options and other people not having the same options, or you have some options on your cell phone but not on your computer. If you're willing to work through it, which it's not very hard, it's just sometimes confusing, then you're going to be benefited and rewarded in the fact that you took the time out to learn it or to deal with it, while other people are like, oh, I'll just stay on eBay until Facebook, works out all of its, or irons out all of its kinks, and you're making thousands of dollars, while the other people are just waiting and end up behind the 8 ball in general. So that's what I have to say about Facebook Marketplace dropshipping. I think it's gonna be one of the biggest ones out there for 2021. I put it number 1. I probably should have done it reverse, but it is what it is. So we're gonna move into number 2 right now. All right, so number 2 right here, we have wholesale Walmart dropshipping. Why do I specify wholesale with Walmart dropshipping? Let's go over it. So first off, Walmart's going to be a massive new platform. I think it's going to be Amazon's number 1 competitor. Maybe Facebook Marketplace will try to hit that, but I'm not sure. I think Walmart since it has so many stores and it's already so popular, I do think it's going to be Amazon's number 1 competitor for the near future and just for a while to come. Why do I think Walmart's going to be so big? Well, first off, it's a massive platform. There's millions of people that buy on it. It already overtook eBay. And eBay has 6 million sellers on its platform in the United States. Sure, not all of them are selling professionally. They may be selling their goods from thrift stores or whatever they're doing, but there's 6 million sellers on eBay, and Walmart overtook it. Walmart does sell its own items, shipped and sold by Walmart, but there's only 30,000 US-based sellers last time I checked on Walmart. There's barely anybody selling on Walmart compared to eBay. And they already overtook eBay. So I think that they have a huge just advantage in the fact that people already know Walmart. People want to buy on Walmart no matter what. And just going online to shop at Walmart, there's already so many people that are buying from Walmart in real life that it just makes sense for them. So I think Walmart's gonna be a very massive platform moving forward. And again, it has extremely low competition. There's only 30,000 other people selling on it. You're gonna be getting much higher profit margins. But why do I say wholesale dropshipping instead of retail dropshipping? I've already seen people going out there and doing Amazon onto Walmart. The same thing as the reverse from back in the day, or that people are still doing, Walmart onto Amazon. And again, it's retail dropshipping. It's quick, it's easy. You're gonna be making good money if you get it all streamlined and put together, but it is risky. And there's a lot of things that come with it inherently that, with Walmart, you don't know how long these accounts are gonna last. You don't know when Walmart's going to start banning people for it. Walmart hasn't had its marketplace open for that long. And although I know a lot of people have been saying that Walmart hasn't been banning anybody, but you don't know if that's what they're like in the future. And I just don't want to risk it overall. I would rather start off on the right foot and use wholesale dropshipping suppliers as opposed to just doing the reverse of what we've been doing for the last 3-4 years since I've been teaching it, just the reverse of it. Amazon onto Walmart now instead of Walmart onto Amazon or Walmart onto eBay. I don't think it makes sense personally to me. If you want to go out there and do it, you can. I know there's other people that are doing it and they're definitely seeing good profits with it. But again, with me, I don't know. I want to work with something that's going to be that's going to have some longevity to it. And I really don't think that Amazon onto Walmart is what I want to be doing. I don't want to be going and regressing back in what I've been teaching and doing for the last 1.5 to 2 years. I want to be moving forward and adding new assets to my flows of income and really just trying to make sure that it's going to be a secure form of income in the future and not just try to make a quick buck here and there. So that's why I think wholesale Walmart dropshipping is going to be huge. I've already seen people getting huge profit margins with Walmart, so I think it's going to be great. There's also Walmart Fulfillment Services, which is pretty much the same thing as Amazon FBA, which is rolling out. They're just starting. I just applied for it. I haven't gotten access to it yet. I'm on the wait list. I'm not sure when that's going to happen, but I think that's another thing to double down on in 2021 if it comes out. Probably get quick, easy access to Walmart and be able to sell very quickly, sell at higher profit margins than you would on Amazon. And like I said, it'll likely be Amazon's largest competitor and can be automated relatively easily with the same software like Inventory Source. I believe SKUGrid's trying to come out. If you do want to do retail onto Walmart, I believe SKUGrid is coming out with it or already has come out with it or plans to in the near future. So again, it's pretty much the same thing as if you wanted to do automated wholesale dropshipping onto eBay or automated wholesale dropshipping onto Amazon. You know, it's going to be basically the same suppliers, pretty much the same thing. You just need to learn the platform, set it up properly, and just do the same exact thing you did on eBay and Amazon if you're doing that onto Walmart. It's really not that big of a difference, but the biggest difference is the fact that there's tons of people buying there and not that many people selling on there, so you get a bigger cut of the pie for the amount of people that are there. They already took over eBay, like I said, this year. I think they have about 7% of the US marketplace on e-commerce sales. Amazon has about 50, I think, and eBay has about 6 last I checked. So I think Walmart's only going to grow, take up other parts of the market share, either take some away from Amazon or take some away from other companies. Who knows? But I do think it's going to be something to really look into in 2021. And last but not least, we have wholesale Amazon FBA. It's not dropshipping. I don't know if dropshipping is in the title yet as I'm making this video because I'm making it. I haven't made the title yet. But if it says dropshipping, this isn't even about dropshipping. But number one reason why I like wholesale Amazon FBA is I've been toying with it for probably about the last 5 months, but I really haven't been taking it that seriously. Just kind of buying a bulk inventory load every once in a while, every like 2 months or so, selling it and, you know, making some money, just kind of toying around with it. It's less work than dropshipping by far. All you have to do is do the research up front, make sure the items are good. When you buy them in bulk, you send them to a prep center. My buddy has a prep center in New Jersey. I've been using him. He sends it all into Amazon for me. And at that point in time, I don't really have to do anything. Sometimes some inventory gets stranded. Sometimes some inventory gets lost. Sometimes there's like maybe a customer that'll message you, but I really haven't gotten that much. Again, I haven't been doing that much in sales, but I think it's much easier than dropshipping from a work aspect. There's not like you have to be constantly sourcing new items or constantly doing customer service or constantly dealing with returns. Amazon covers the majority of that for you. So there's minimal customer service or issues. Again, if it's a return, it goes back to Amazon. They check if it's good, they'll put it back in stock. If it's not, if it's not, then they'll tell you, oh, you gotta do something with it. There are some things where you're putting your faith into another business or into another company to act on your best interest. You know, it doesn't always happen that way. But again, Amazon is, I've noticed they're very generous if the item gets damaged on the way back from the return. Every single time so far I've gotten paid. They pay you out like an actual real amount of money, like what more than you make. You end up making money off of them actually paying you out. You're gonna need more upfront capital though. You're gonna need to actually have money. That's why I always preach dropshipping for people that are beginners or that don't have that much money to get started, because you're going to need some upfront capital. You're going to need to invest into it. I'm usually buying $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 worth of inventory at a time. If you don't have that, or if that's all you have, I do not suggest putting all of that into Amazon FBA right off the bat, because you probably don't know what you're doing. I still don't even really 100% know what I'm doing. So if I don't, and I've been doing this for a while, and you're a beginner, then I highly suggest that you don't. You know, start small, try it in increments, and move up from there. There's competition. There's going to be competition. So the competition can make selling harder, and you need to buy these items up front. So on dropshipping, if you're dropshipping on Amazon, you know, there's 7 people on the listing. You never had to buy the item up front. So if you're competing, you compete. Maybe you don't get the buy box on that one. It doesn't matter. But with wholesale FBA, you bought it already. You need to sell this item, and there's the IPI score. And if you don't sell enough items or have a good enough sell-through rate, you're going to, you know, maybe get some of your selling privileges taken away, or you're not gonna have as much room in the Amazon warehouses. So you need to be competing against your competition. If you don't think you can compete at all, then you're kind of screwed. And I've noticed one thing is that people that have higher feedback scores in general than you will almost always get the buy box over you every single time if you're the same price, because there's really no difference with Amazon FBA other than price and just feedback percentage, and obviously like your metrics and stuff on the back end. But again, mine are usually pretty good. So you want to be competing against people that are around the same feedback score as you. You know that you can hit that price. And that's one thing that I've had a little bit of trouble gauging so far. You need to get real agreements. You're gonna get real agreements with manufacturers and or wholesalers, and this makes it actually legitimate. You know, you're asking these wholesale suppliers or these manufacturers, can I sell it on Amazon? Can I get an agreement with you? Can I buy in bulk? You know, there's a lot more just legitimacy to it, where you're not gonna get a random complaint from some random company that you're dropshipping their items from Walmart onto Amazon from, or, you know, you're not gonna have to be looking at all these lists so much as, you know, if you call the company, you're going to get accepted by them. If you get accepted by them, then you're allowed to sell on Amazon as long as you asked that. And then at that point, you don't have to really worry about as much. So yes, it's harder up front, a lot more work up front to be put in, but it's going to reap its rewards in the back end when later on down the road, you don't have to worry about somebody taking your selling privileges away. You don't have to worry about somebody complaining about the items you're selling because you asked and you're allowed to do so. Yes, there are some suppliers that will let you open up an agreement with them, an account, get a wholesale everything, but not sell on Amazon. You know, there's ways around that. I've seen people also kind of toying with that side of the system as well, and that's nothing I want to be talking about here. But again, there are ways around things. So another issue is not going to be 100% beginner friendly. Like I already said, if you don't have a lot of money or if you don't really know what you're doing, I don't suggest it. This isn't going to be something, just for clarification, this isn't going to be like me making a private label brand. This is more me dealing with real, legitimate wholesale suppliers or brands or manufacturers getting the okay to sell on Amazon, and then, you know, competing against the other people that have the okay to sell on Amazon, you know, the same agreements that I do. But the one thing I realized is that, like, if you go out and find like a brand that's selling pretty well and you actually go through the effort, you know, one of the brands I sell is in the restaurant industry niche, and it legitimately, there's only like 4 or 5 other people that sell this brand. There's probably like 12, 14 people altogether, but some of them are buying it from retailers, so they can't compete with the wholesale price that we're getting. So as long as you know you can compete against those like 4 or 5 other people, then you're usually good to go. And I've had really no issue making sales on some items, but I've had more of the issues of like picking the right items. Sometimes I pick items that aren't that good, or I overestimate the amount of sales they'll make, and I get screwed over in that way. That's why I have like 100 of some unit in my apartment right now, because I send it back to myself. And Amazon's getting more strict just with like the amount of sales that you need to make in order to keep your allotted inventory amounts or space in their warehouses, their IPI score. It used to be that you needed to have it over 350. Then in Q4, well, it went up. Then in Q4, it went to 500. Now it's at 450. So if you have an IPI score, it's like inventory, I forget what it is, performance index score lower than 450 right now, then you're gonna have inventory restrictions. There's still restrictions on the quantity of inventory you can send in because of different regulations with COVID and whatnot. So they are pretty strict at the moment, but I think some of these regulations will loosen up in 2021 as time goes on, and that's another thing that I really want to double down on. So that's pretty much it. I know it was a little bit of a long-winded video, but I did want to get some actual good, like substantial evidence or just information out there for you guys to move forward with in 2021 and really think about, you know, going into. Of course, I'm going to stick with eBay dropshipping. I still run a retail store. I still run a wholesale dropshipping store on eBay. Amazon dropshipping, yes, but I'm still going to be focusing more on Amazon FBA, like I said. Walmart dropshipping is going to be in the pipeline. I haven't really started. I've set up my account, but I do want to do it the right way. So I'm taking the time to really get everything set up to do it the correct and right way right off the bat. And with Facebook Marketplace dropshipping, you know, everybody knows I've been doing it for the last 3-4 months, but we're really gonna like triple down on it in 2021. Hopefully everything can get automated, streamlined, and really connected in with all of our other software and programs, so we can be making the massive profit margins that we are already, but do it a lot easier with a lot less need to be doing so much manual stuff like you have to at the moment. So that's pretty much it. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you like this video, please be sure to smash that like button. Also be sure to subscribe to this channel. Put out new videos like this every single week. Also, I just hit 25,000 subscribers. Thank you all very much. 2.5 years ago, I did not think that I would ever hit this amount, and it really has been taking off recently in the last 2 to 3 months. And I couldn't have done it without you guys, without you who's watching this video right now. So thank you very much, and I will see you in the next one.